factually incorrect. And we're doing Ozzy's top 5 albums from our personal choice collection. Okay, that was horrible. All right.
That's okay. You know what?
Uh,
We're just
Okay.
we're just people.
Yeah.
We're just people. We're not getting paid for this shit.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
we're dealing. Wait, hold on. I'm thinking about something.
Is this going to take long?
Is the Lita Ford song on an Ozzy album or is it on a Lita album?
It's on a lead album.
Okay.
Definitely her best album.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Question answered. Okay.
so top 5 Ozzy albums. Let's reverse directions this time. I am going to start. My number 5 Ozzy album would be Osmosis. 1995. Man, that side two's Old LA Tonight is fantastic, but side one is like one of his best sides ever. I mean, Perry Mason, I Just Want You,
That's a great song.
Ghost, See You on the Other Side, Ghost Behind My Eyes. It's definitely I would say underrated, but I mean that album is it's killer to me. That's my number 5 Ozzy. Ops.
Hmm. I'm gonna need because this was the
Which one?
third Ozzy album I ever bought, and "Fool Like You," I think it was called "Killer of Giants."
What, the album?
Yeah,
No, that's the Ultimate Sin.
Ultimate Sin. That one, that was with Jake Lee, right? So
Yeah, that was Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had so many amazing guitar players, and I feel Lee deserves to be mentioned in that, but I think he just cracks the top 5 for me, if that makes sense. I just remember listening to that album the first time, and I was really moved by it. It has some really cool songs. "Fool Like You," I just love that song.
Yeah, that reminds me of you, actually.
"Killer of Giants." I just feel like it was a different sound, right? Like Randy Rhoads was so epic, and Zach Wild is amazing. He's had Brad Gillis. Name some guitar players. It's like a who's who list of guitar, right?
Yeah. Gus G, Joe Holmes. I mean,
Definitely.
Amazing how he put such a band around him, no matter where he is. He always finds the latest and the greatest.
Yeah.
And I'm totally in agreement with Hops on that. Ultimate Sin for me is it's more Jakey Lee type of stuff, and I mean there's a lot of I don't know. It felt a lot more produced than the previous 3 albums, but Ultimate Sin still, after all these years, and I think what really, it's one of those things in the '80s is that when you see the videos, like when they brought Ozzy out with the Nancy Wilson hair and the long sequin cape, I'm like, oh my God, how do I have any more respect anymore? But when you don't, actually, when you play it at the lake and just put it on music and you don't see the video, you're like, hey, this is actually a really good album. There's a lot of good songs on it. And I love Jake's playing. So I'm taking Ultimate Sin at 5.
That's 5 for you as well. Okay,
Yeah.
Jobber.
Yeah, sorry, number 5. Yeah, sorry about the better half summoned me. I think we need to buy some more mayonnaise or something. So, yes.
Kewpie brand. Anybody out there? If you're in the local supermarkets in Windsor Park, Manitoba, or in Tokyo downtown, Kewpie brand is the mayo that will make your life better. Just so you know.
Right, attest to that. So yeah, I was gonna say my number 5 is "Bark at the Moon." Means
Okay. Bark.
I would mention, just as we're starting off with Ozzy, is that Ozzy tends to fall in his terms of vocal prowess is always kind of compared with in an unfavorable manner, particularly against Ronnie James Dio. And I love Dio. He's an amazing singer. He's a great frontman, or he was. Thing with Ozzy though is you can't really replicate that voice, and the idea that Dio would have sounded better on the early Black Sabbath albums, it's absolute nonsense. There's something about Ozzy's voice that is maybe he can't hit the super high notes, and he doesn't have that oomph, but he doesn't have that Sammy Hagar or Freddie Mercury style vocals, but there's something so distinctive about his singing style that when they did the tribute was it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where his solo work was being inducted, and they had the tribute songs, and they got various singers to try to sing his stuff, and these were all decent singers, but boy, they just couldn't hit it at all.
Oh,
It just fell flat.
yeah.
So yeah, although Crazy Train, I thought Wolfgang nailed that solo really well. So then shout
Mhm.
out to Wolf.
All
But
right.
anyway, yes, yeah, Bark at the Moon, it doesn't, I liked it at the time, but it doesn't seem, it hasn't aged well with me. I like the title track. Rock and Roll Rebels, okay. But every now and again, for some reason, So Tired starts ringing in my head like an earworm, and I'm just like, "Ugh, that chorus is horrible."
Yeah. Waiting for Darkness is so good though.
Mm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and Jakey Lee's work on that is really, really phenomenal. So
Before I say my number four, it was funny in 1983 Christmas. Jobber and I actually bought Bark at the Moon for each other, had it
Wow.
wrapped, but one of us got sick and we couldn't exchange presents. And then we found out we got each other the same album, so we just opened our own
Our own
albums.
albums. Wow.
didn't we do that? Didn't we do that with 74 Jailbreak as well?
I don't remember that one, but maybe.
I almost think,
Okay, my number four, I'm going to go with The Ultimate Sin. Yeah, I mean, side one to me is okay. I mean, Ultimate Sin, Secret Loser, Never Know Why. But side two seriously could be one of the best sides ever. Like those four songs, Lightning Strikes, Killer
Lightning Strikes,
Giants,
yeah.
Cool Like You, and possibly my favorite Ozzy song, Shot in the Dark, like that. It's just phenomenal. And the time and place, right? I mean, 1986, we're all 16, 17, 1 year away from grad. I mean, that album was everywhere. So, yeah, I'll put that as my number four. Ops.
Yeah, I kind of want to echo something Jobber said, and I like the way you verbalized it. I think I'm talking about Bark at the Moon, number four for me.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It hasn't aged as well as some albums. I think that's really well said. And I don't even know how to verbalize that, but at the time, I loved the album. Like, we all loved it. But now I feel I don't go to it very often.
No.
Ozzy fans, specifically Randy Rhoads, like the first. I bought. So Tribute is actually, and I know we can't have that on this, but Tribute was my favorite. It really was, because
Really?
Wow.
live stuff, and I was a Randy Rhoads fan more than I was an Ozzy fan. And I think that was like a Guitar Magazine thing from back in the 80s and 90s, right? It's like he came along and just changed the game. But Ozzy has a tendency to do that with his guitar players. Pick the next, the next greatest thing to come along.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
Yeah, auto would be
Yeah, there is a lesson in this. Never fly an airplane with a roadie. Okay.
That's pretty good advice all around.
right.
JT?
All right, yeah, I'm doing Bark again at this at number four. When it came out, I was like, why is he wearing a costume in the video? And then the production was like, just like, why is the production on Diary of a Madman so much better than this? But the reason I fell in love with the album was just Jake's playing, and like it's just his insane Rock and Roll Rebel and Bark at the Moon. Like it's just like it was like Queensryche but better, playing this super speed metal guitar. And I just, all I cared about was Jake's playing in that. And like if Ozzy's going to be on a bunch of medication and howling at the moon in a werewolf suit, I don't care. I just love Jake's guitar playing. So that's my number four.
Nice. Jobber?
I was going to say that tribute album is really, really good. I mean, it's interesting hearing the takes of Randy Rhoads doing things like Children of the Grave, like doing some of the Sabbath stuff, and how he completely puts a different spin on it.
Yeah.
So, as an aside, it's still a very good song. Speak of the Devil is still my favorite live Ozzy album, even though it's all Sabbath. So.
It is good.
No More Tears is my number four. There's a lot of good tracks on that. And probably if it were another artist, it'd be my number one by far, but the competition is rather stiff with Ozzy. So No More course, No More Tears. Let's see, Road to Nowhere is good. Mama, I'm Coming Home. Don't Want to Change the World. It's very anthemy. I love that. And a little aside that Jason would appreciate, the very ending part of No More Tears, they switched the time signature to 9/4. So
Wow, I have
next time listen to it and count it at the end, and you'll see like it's not
wow,
going. There's an extra beat there. So
interesting. I
so it's
love
either or it's 4/4 5/4 alternating, but
yeah, I love great outros, and if you want to do that, that's 100% there for sure. That's great.
and I think that album also features Bob Daisley as well.
Really? Huh?
Yeah, so he's doing the iconic bass intro on No More
I never
Tears.
knew
Is it
that was
doing
Bob Daisley. That's weird. Huh?
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. My number 3, I'm going with No More Tears. Definitely one of the best albums of '91. And yeah, the song No More Tears is fantastic. Mama, I'm Coming Home. Sin is cool. Hellraiser with Lemmy there.
Right, Lemmy.
Even Mr. Tinker Train is kind of warped, but good. And Road to Nowhere is one of my favorite Ozzy songs. Love that. Love that song. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's my number 3, No More Tears. All right, Hops.
Yeah, I'm with you, Otto. No More Tears. I do love the title track. Like that to me is such a great song. The first time I heard it, I was like, wow. It just sticks with me. It's one of those riffs. I don't know. It's just typical Ozzy somehow. It's a great album. And I was trying. I mean, I know what when we do this, I always know what my 1 or 2 faves are, and I always try. It's a juggling act after that, right? So No
Yeah.
More reminds me of a certain time, and I remember watching the video in your
Great video.
Yeah,
right.
amazing video. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I also remember like Glenn at my wedding, or sorry, Morris GH. He had the exact same hair as Ozzy from that video. He had
Wow,
it tied back with the top knot.
Yeah.
that's
It was
awesome.
it was pretty
Totally.
badass,
Wow,
right? Do you guys remember that? That was pretty badass.
that's amazing.
All right.
That's a scrapbook memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm same thing. No More Tears. Yeah, that's for me 3. It's just it's still there's when I first saw the video, I was at an exotic dance bar in West Winnipeg, and I remember between the performances, they had the big screen. Well, it wasn't that big in those days, but it was a screen, and it was Ozzy's new song came out, and I'm like, wow, finally did a bass intro. This is amazing. And it just got groovier and cooler and more. I'm like, Ozzy's like, he's in the 90s now. This is the 90s. Ozzy's embraced it. But yeah, I love, there's like so many. The production on the album is like my favorite produced Ozzy album. And it was like, it's a different world. There's no real album before it or after it that ever sounded like it. It's a great album.
Yeah. Yeah. Jobber.
Number 3. Oh, by the way, the evolution of Ozzy's hair, he kind of goes full circle. Starts long and stringy with Sabbath, and then in the 80s it gets crazy, looks like Lucille Ball a little bit, and then eventually he does the tied back thing, and then now he's back to long and stringy again. So
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
number 3, Ultimate Sin.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jakey Lee sounds best on this album. There's like the acoustic stuff, not only the shredding, but there's a whole, he just kind of shows his entire repertoire. By the way, I hope Jake's healing up. I mean, that was
Yeah,
a pretty horrible near-death experience
for
he had
sure.
in Las Vegas. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to him. But I mean, Ultimate Sin, Secret Loser, Shot in the Dark is still
Great song.
that
Unreal.
comes on my YouTube feed, and it's like, okay,
I love it
gotta
too.
listen to that. So
But the
Killer Giant,
video is so disturbing for Shot in the Dark.
Lightning Strikes. I mean, there's not a lot of filler on this album. So
No.
yeah,
No. Well, maybe thank God for the bomb, but
right. Yeah. But the
He was
cover
trying-
art's kind of,
He was trying to save the world, Bill. Come on.
Ozzy could save the world.
He could.
Yeah.
we need it
maybe
more than ever now. So
maybe Ozzy can like put a curse on Trump and he just drops dead. Can I say that?
Or negotiate with him.
Yeah.
Gosh.
yeah, right.
All right. Okay, number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2, I'm going Diary of a Madman. Again, just slightly below Blizzard. Over the Mountain, unreal. You Can't Kill
Awesome.
Rock and Roll, Flying High Again, Little Dolls, Tonight. Such a great album, such a great cover. I actually read the other day that in a guitar magazine in like 81 or something, 82, that Randy Rhoads was kind of disappointed in his playing in that album because they tried to put it out so fast that he did solos on a few of those that weren't, he thought those weren't going to be the ones to lay down. He just
Right.
he just did the solo. And then all of a sudden the album came out, and I read the article, and it specifically mentioned Little Dolls. He was not done doing that solo. He just kind of did a here's what it's going to sound like, but I'm going to make it way better. And then
also it's a guide track.
And that's what they called it. And then all of a sudden the album came out, and he's like, I wasn't finished.
Yeah. And the amount of people that could tell is Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so
genius. Here's the thing: you touch the instrument, you're a genius. But in like in Randy's ears, he was like, "Well, I needed to hit that 16th note on a quarter beat back on this, and I wanted to do some more legato flourishes over here." To the rest of us, it's like it's just Randy's genius.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, Hops.
I'm totally with you. You took a few words out of my mouth. That's my number 2 also. Diary of a Madman. Flying High Again is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
And what's cool is you guys were nerding out on the bass a minute ago, which is neat. But what I like is how Randy had another gear. Like, so when I listen to Brad Gillis, super fast, or Zach, super fast, you got Jakey Lee doing the pinch harmonics. That was kind of his signature thing. Shot example that song. But this is pure Randy for me, like Flying High. That specifically that song. It's a great album all the way through. I was going, for me, this could have been a 1A. You know what I mean? Like it's like
for sure,
right there.
Definitely.
I agree 100%. That's for me too. Same with Diary. It's like it is a 1A. It's not a. It's just if it had come out first, who knows? But like I mean, it's like Randy's playing on it is just mind blowing to me. There's not as many 10 out of 10s as there is on Blizzard. That's it. There's a whole lot of 9 out of 10s, a couple of 8 out of 10s, but it's a brilliant album. I listen to it all the time. It's great.
Yeah. Jogger.
All right, Diary of a Madman. Yeah, of course, Over the Mountain, Flying High Again. I like Diary of a Madman, the title track in particular. It's like just the dissonant arpeggios to it, and actually another
confession.
Jason will definitely JT will definitely appreciate that the chorus, no, not the chorus, the verse is not 4/4. It's 7/8. This is why hiccups.
I'm going to be digging into that later. All right.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to geek out on this.
No, it's okay. Christine already hates you because I have to listen to all this stuff later on. She's gonna want to go to bed. Like a jobber told me to. It's like we have to listen to if it's 7/8 or not. She's like, at least it's not yes. Okay.
But definitely listen to it later and count out the eighth notes, and it'll come back on the ninth. So it's
cool.
8 beats, and then it starts at the 1 again.
Cool.
So.
I haven't listened to that one. Yeah. All right.
But that's just, I don't know if that's the genius of Randy or Bob Daisley. I don't think Ozzy came up with that idea, but
no.
Like the idea is that it's a Diary of a Madman, so it's got to be a little off. Like the way they're trying to convey rhythmically that the guy's nuts.
Yeah, well it's a confession.
All right.
I mean, SATO doesn't do it for me. So I mean, but Believer's kind of weak, but other than that, it's great album.
Those two are a little weak, but other than that, it's so solid.
Yeah, it is totally.
Number 1, no question, right?
Sweep across the board.
Yeah, we've talked about this many times. We did a show on this whole album. It won our 1980. Don't really need to go into it. It's almost flawless.
Pretty close.
So
yeah,
I'm just gonna move on. That's my number one.
yeah. That's
You love instrumentals.
he's got to talk about D. The only thing
I prefer thinking of D as an intro to Suicide Solution. Then I don't have to think of it as a separate song.
There you go.
Like how, like, next same with Eruption. There's some albums that are unbelievable, and there's just one instrumental. I'm just waiting for you to pick that as your favorite there, Otto.
It's only 50 seconds long, so I can take it.
But that's the genius of Randy Rhoads. Like, who else could throw a little classical guitar piece on there? Like, kind of like a la Rick Emmett, or there's not many people that, it seemed out of place, but it somehow worked. It was kind of Zeppelin-esque, if that's a word.
Yeah, sure.
That's a word, yep.
Yeah, it is a word now.
For one, and I think you guys know why. We basically grew up on that album, and it changed music for me, actually. And that's a true statement. Like, it really, I listen to music.
Not saying so. Yep.
Yeah.
JT?
Definitely. Yeah, same thing. Ops pretty much said exactly what I was going to say. It's there's no element of it that doesn't still, like, it's when you're not. Here's the thing: when you sit down and you intentionally want to listen to an album, you have all these already preconceived notions and expectations. Like, we're at the lake, I'll put on Sirius XM Ozzy's Boneyard, and just 2 hours in, you've had a couple of beer, and then it'll something from Blizzard of Ozz will come on, and it's just like instantly your mind just boop, and it's like you're more alert, and it's like you want to hear every note. You stop, your mind, you could physically be doing something, but your mind keeps focusing on, oh, what's Randy doing there? And that drum line, why is that bass line like? It's like there's no series of points when I'm listening to music actively that I don't hear something I really like that I hadn't picked up before from Blizzard. I always find something new.
That's saying something.
Yeah. Well, for sure. That's impossible to do as an artist, definitely.
Yeah. Jobber?
Blizzard, of course. Interesting you mentioned adding the classical riffs. I think Ozzy was a little more adventurous in that sense, because I think I have to draw it back to Tony Iommi working in like Symptom of the Universe, doing things like gypsy jazz, calypso stuff, acoustic. Yeah. So, I mean, for Ozzy, I don't think it was much of a stretch to experiment in that way. But the nice thing is that Randy was not a Tony Iommi clone. It would have been really easy for Ozzy to create a Black Sabbath 2 and have the same sound, and instead he took it, and kudos to Black Sabbath with Dio, because they took that in a different direction. They don't sound like Ozzy Sabbath.
No, not even close.
No, they're two different bands. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And so I mean, I'm still of all the classic tracks on Blizzard, I mean, take your pick, although still No Bone Movies is still probably my favorite song.
Can we get MB into a guest episode for the No Bone Movies, please?
All right. Okay, well, that was unanimous. Blizzard of Ozz, Ozzy's best album. The classic rock countdown had Bark of the Moon at number 5, The Ultimate Sin at number 4, No More Tears at 3, Diary at 2, and Blizzard at 1. Exactly the same as us. Is how it turned out.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why we went with Ozzy second, because the last 3 ones are going to be a little more controversial.
Oh, yeah.
Times have changed and times are strange. Here I come, but I ain't the same.